Oh my goodness, Lennon! Good to see you again. Welcome back. Hey Eddie. How are you? Welcome. How's your Wednesday going, guys? Is everything okay? Eddie G. Are you Eddie, are you Korean? Hey Jen. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Oh, it's getting a little chilly in here. Let's see. All right. Oh, you're Chinese. Okay. So G is your last name, Eddie? Eddie G. Oh, work was okay. I think work today was better. There was not as much work today. I attended some meetings today and that was about it. But interestingly, I got to talk to one of my coworkers and she actually asked me how much I get paid. And I think it's actually better if employees shared how much they get paid so that we have a better idea of where if we are getting paid accordingly, if you're getting underpaid or overpaid, I don't know. But I feel like that's actually a good thing when employees share how much we get paid. So yeah, she asked me how much I get paid, and I asked her I share how much I get paid. I asked her too. Yeah, there was no surprises though. But I'm still glad that we were able to talk about that. Yeah. Wednesday going well for Eddie and very rainy. Where are you at? Back-to-back streams. Yes, Obunga. That's right, back-to-back streams. Surprise. Oh, geez, your last name. That's a cool name. In Korean, there's also last name G. Yeah. I think that last name is such a cool last name. I wish I had your last name, Eddie. All right. Hey, Call this. Coolils. What's better? A connected or non-connected goatee? What is goatee? I don't know what do you mean by goatee. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by goatee. Yeah, today was still as hot as yesterday, maybe a little less hot. But I think it was in the high 80s today. And my apartment, I'm in my car right now, right? That with the AC on. My apartment is pretty dang hot. It's really heated up right now. I live on the second floor and I think what happens is that during the day it doesn't feel as hot, but then I guess the heat gets trapped on the roof, right? And later in the day, in the afternoon and in the evening, it's like all the heat, I think it starts to come down. And yeah, my apartment tends to get hotter even like in the evening. So I could not stay in my room. And you might ask me like, oh, why don't you just turn on the AC? And actually my mom, she feels too cold when we try to turn on the AC. So she doesn't usually like it when we turn on the AC. So I just decide to just stake out in my car. Yeah. Hey, the Walla Mala. Good to see you again. I think you came to my stream before, right? I think I recognize your name. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's too hot at night. Well, outside it doesn't feel as hot. It actually feels pretty cool right now that I saw outside, but just my apartment, it's trapped with heat. It's just too hot for me to stay inside. So I couldn't stay in the apartment, so that's why I decided to just stake outside instead. Maximus, have you ever thought about living in your car? Yeah, I've thought about it, and I mean, if really ever comes down to that point where I would not be able to live with my parents and would have to maybe rent my own room, I actually might think about or consider living out of my car, at least like for a few months to a year, I think, to save up. But I don't know, like I think it's such a scary idea though, right? I always toy with the idea of like living out of a car, but you know, I've never done it before, and I am just by nature, by my temperament, I am a very anxious person to begin with, and even the little things can really throw me off and bother me a lot. But I think like the scariest thing, or I guess most worrisome aspect of living out of car is not having the convenience of having a bathroom, right? So I might have to carry a potty or just park in the gym parking lot, where I might just use the gym bathroom, but still it will be such an inconvenience that until I guess I get used to it. Yeah. Alright. The Ruthless Discipline asking, Kenji, how is your cancer going? What symptoms did you have? Did you have an itch? I think my cancer, it's going okay. Journey is going okay. They actually found these two nodules in my lung, and they're not sure what it is. It could be cancer though, so they're going to do a biopsy beginning of next month to rule out or to make sure it's not cancer. But if it is, I don't know, I'm cooked. I'm fucked. Symptoms I had was, you know, like I guess looking back, my bowel movement changed, so my stool turned to be more softer and sometimes loose, and also my bowel like tending to be thinner. But really like very, I guess, obvious symptom was some like taint of blood in my stool, and it was really actually like tiny bit of blood though. But that's what really got me worried. Yeah. Bowman is like, eat cruciferous and leafy green berries, carrots, tomatoes, whole grains, and legumes, fatty acids. Oh yeah, I'm taking pretty much all of those right now. I make my own green smoothie with kale, arugula, broccoli, omega-3 flaxseed oil, carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes. What else did I put? Oh, beets. beets and mushroom powders, turmeric powder, and then lastly apple cider vinegar. So I put also gooseberry powders as well. So those are supposed to be really, really antioxidant heavy, and yeah, those are supposed to be really healthy for you. So we'll see. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know if I can turn on the Ruthless, what do you do currently for a living? Do you like it? And let me see if I could actually change this to maybe here. Is it two? Oh, maybe right here. All right. And how do I get rid of the high chat view? All right. What do I do for a living? I don't actually share that on my channel. I'm sorry, but and what was your second question? Oh, do I like it? I think I do. I don't hate it. I don't hate my job. I don't know if I really like it, but it's tolerable. I feel like it's one of the most tolerable jobs I've had. In the past, I've had some jobs I really despised, but right now this job I have, yeah, I'm okay with it. It's tolerable, and I think I can see myself doing it for the rest of my life. So I think that's not a bad thing, right? If I can see myself doing it for the rest of my life. I know that like some people really hate their jobs, and they can't, like, every day feels like it feels very miserable for them, right? It feels like a nightmare for them. And yeah, at least I'm not in that situation. But I've been in that situation where I felt like I really hated it. I despised every day of my life whenever I would go to work. But it's no longer the case, thank God. Uni tour toys. What are your hobbies? My hobby, I don't really have any hobbies, but one of my biggest hobby is actually playing video games. Right now, I play League of Legends. I don't know if you guys know, but that's, yeah, that I really like it still. I started playing that game since, how long ago was it? 10 years ago? Like since season 2 or 3 when it first came out. So it's been such a long time since I first started playing it. And yeah, I've been pretty regularly playing it still. So Maximus, Bitcoin now trading at $111,000. Oh wow, I don't know. That's such a high price, huh? It seems to keep going up. Yeah, I don't have any Bitcoin though. I'm not really interested in cryptocurrency. I don't really understand it. And yeah, I feel like still a lot of it seems like it's a lot of prediction, and just feels like gambling for me. So I'd rather not, yeah, buy any Bitcoin. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are reaping a lot of benefits from trading, buying and selling it. I mean, good for them. But I don't think it's for me. I just buy stocks, index funds, S&P 500, and yeah, NASDAQ, like the whole US market. Yeah, so I just buy index funds, and yeah, I feel like I just rather play it safe, rather than just betting on something I don't fully understand with just maybe with the hope that it's going to go up in the future. But I don't know, I really don't understand it, and I rather not put my money in something I don't really understand. Happy Hermit, crypto should be a max of 5% of your portfolio since you just started investing. Hurry up and max out your Roth for last year and catch up for this year. Yeah, that's a good advice to max out like your 401k and Roth RA. And yeah, crypto, given the volatility and uncertainty of cryptocurrency, yeah, it's probably better to cap your investment percentage at probably, like Kermit said, like at 5% or even lower. But like, you guys don't have to listen to me. I'm not an expert. I don't really understand any of the cryptocurrency. So do your own research, and yeah, just invest carefully and educated. Hey Alex, Kim, how are you? Yeah, always do tax advantaged account first. Yeah, so Roth RA is tax advantaged account, so it's definitely better to. So what they recommend is to just put in enough money to max the match from the company. If your company does offer a match for your investment and 401k. So just put enough to get the match, and then rest of the money, if you still have the savings or some money left, definitely put those money into Roth RA. Yeah, because Roth RA is a tax advantaged account, meaning that when that money grows and by the time you retire, you try to take out the money from Roth RA, you won't have to pay any taxes on it. Even the growth and profits you may have made from that account, you won't have to pay any taxes on it, which is great, right? So yeah. Jin, Bitcoin is a pyramid scheme. Maybe not, who knows. But right now, I think there's a lot of, I guess, interest among the general public and a lot of excitement, I guess. That's why it keeps going up, right? But I think Bitcoin, it's really like cryptocurrency. It all comes down to, I guess, buying it and hoping to sell it at a higher price later, right? To someone else. And I don't know how sustainable that belief may last. So again, I don't have any money in any of cryptocurrency. I don't really understand. I think there's just a lot of, I guess, just unfounded, maybe unsubstantiated anticipation and prospects on the cryptocurrency. Like, no one knows how it's gonna go. So yeah, I'd rather not put any money in cryptocurrency. Happy Hermit, that start a dividend portfolio. SCHD should, right? Dividend portfolio, DGRO, VIG, DIVO, EX, JEI, JEPI, JEPQ. I'm familiar with SCHD. I think it's offered by Schwab, right? And also JEPI. That one I don't have, or I don't really put any money in right now in dividend portfolio, dividend stocks. But my friend, close friend, he actually told me about the SCHD and JEPI and JPEQ, right? I think he actually put some money in those dividend stocks. Wow, now this channel or this stream is turning into investment talk today, huh? Maximus, 63% of Koreans surveyed owned Bitcoin. Oh my god, are you serious? 63%? That's more than half of their population. That's insane. What? Oh my god, I think that's just too high. That's why it feels like such a hype right now. I don't know, Koreans love to gamble. Koreans love to like capitalize on like little chances they may get, because right now, like the sentiment especially among the young generation, Gen Z and millennials, is that, oh, like there's no way for me to build my wealth unless I put my money in like something that could give me a really good high return, such as cryptocurrency, right? And I mean, so far, Bitcoin has been doing just that, right? Giving back the high return, right? With all its volatility and unexpected returns. And yeah, I think for some people, it has worked out greatly, right? Especially for those people that started buying Bitcoins very early years, before it became mainstream, right? And I think the general public of Korea has definitely caught on to that hype or that excitement. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's just still mind-blowing how you just mentioned like 63% of Koreans own Bitcoin. I feel like that's just a bubble, man. If more than half of the population own it, like, I don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't seem like a good investment for me, at least for me. They say that like how you should really be careful when there's a lot of excitement among a lot of people. That's when you should avoid buying something, because most likely, it's in a bubble. And I feel like even the US stocks, right, during COVID and after COVID, it kind of went up a lot, right? S&P 500 and NASDAQ, all these stocks, I feel like they're in bubble still, right? I was kind of glad, like when, Trump was announcing all these like tariffs and stuff, and then the market kind of tanked, right? A little bit. I think it went down by like 12%, even like 15%. And even if like I lost a lot of money from when it went down, because I do have stocks in my 401k and Roth IRA, but I was still like a little relieved that it went down, because I really felt like, these stocks were just overvalued. So I felt like these stocks were actually going back to the price it deserves. I don't know. I just felt like it's. But now, after Trump made did he make a trade deal recently, right, with China? And then that news kind of brought the value of the stocks back up. And I was like, why? I don't understand. I feel like still really, really overvalued. And I don't like when stocks are overvalued, Like, I wanted those stocks to be valued at the right price. And, even if I guess, like, I did gain all the profit or all the losses back after it went back up, I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about it. Bitcoin and Brian says Bitcoin and QQQ are closely correlated. Yeah. By the way, I'm going to Vegas with my family tomorrow, guys. I'm going to Las Vegas. And then so we're going to stay there for one night, and then we're going to go continue driving up north to Idaho and Montana. We're going to Yellowstone. So I've never been to Yellowstone, but my dad raves about it, how great it is. I've been to Grand Canyon, and honestly, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was kind of scary. It was very scary, especially when you're driving up the hills, and it was very scary. And yeah, I just didn't like it how high it was. It was so freaking scary. And I don't know, I guess like it's great for people who really, really are into nature and stuff, but I'm not. I don't think I'm one of those people. I'm not that into like sightseeing and, you know, visiting all these nature places. I don't know. But I mean, my dad really, really wants me to go see for myself, saying how Yellowstone Park National Park is really, really beautiful. So I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go and we'll see. Hey, little Titan, good to see you again. David Nguyen, would you date a girl from another country? Oh yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I would definitely date a girl from another country. Yeah, sure, why not? Yep. Kenji though. Charge my phone. It's almost out of battery. All right, there you go. Okay. Yeah. But do you guys like going on a road trip? Like, don't you guys hate it? I don't know. Is it just me? But I just hate it's being on the road for such a long time, you know? Like, when you go to these like places on a road trip, it's a long drive, and it feels like if I stay in the car for such an extended period of time, I feel very cooped up, right? I feel claustrophobic a little. Brian, is marriage a scam for men? I don't think so. I don't think marriage is necessarily a scam for men. If you find someone you love, someone that cares about you, someone who's genuine, if you married a person like that, I don't think it's a scam at all. Oh yeah, Bowman, thanks for your advice. Yeah, I think they already did that, the testing, the scanning for MSIH, and my oncologist did try to find any available trials, but there wasn't any available trials for my type of cancer. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Well, here I will say, if anyone can donate, guys, I'll really appreciate it. If anyone can send me a super chat or make some donations, thank you so much. Maximus, Kenji, what stage did they say your cancer was? Stage 3. But if they, those nodules in my lung turn out to be cancerous, then it automatically will change my stage to stage 4 because it has metastasized. Yeah. So we'll see. Bowman, I'll check with my JHU and Georgetown friend about clinical trials. He has a startup for FDA approval via AI streamlining process. Oh wow, okay, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. That's nice of you. Cheesecakey, hey Kenji, how would you rate your mental? I would rate my mental like 7 or 8. I think I'm doing fairly okay for what I've been dealing with, right? A lot of stress from work, a lot of stress from cancer. I never took a day off or even like any time off on my work. Even when I was going through cancer, I went through like 5 rounds of chemotherapy. And I never took time off. And my doctor was quite impressed. So I have like 2 jobs, one full-time and one part-time. And yeah, I never took time off from any of those. And I still recorded videos too, right? And sometimes I even did live streaming. Isn't that quite impressive, guys? I think that's quite impressive for someone to do all of that when they're going through chemo and stuff. Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed at myself how I was able to do that. Like, how? But, I needed to make money. I needed to continue to make money, and I needed to continue to work so that, like, I don't know, for any reason they wouldn't, like, fire me, let me go, right? Because I needed health insurance to continue to get my treatment. So I didn't want any of that to happen to me. So, yeah, I just trucked on, man. Just trucking on, so... Yeah, Jin, have you looked into going carnivore to cure cancer? Cancer cells feed on carbs. Going keto can starve them. Jin, I think I've looked into that kind of, I guess, claim, but I think there's a lot of mixed result or outcome on it. Sometimes people say, oh, like you should go fruit diet or like vegan diet, and there are some people that have benefited, that seem to have cured cancer from going vegan or carnivore or all different types of diet. And like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but also Steve Jobs, he actually, I believe he went vegan, or he went through like this alternative medicine treatment first initially before he tried chemo. And actually he had a very treatable cancer. I think he got diagnosed pretty early too for his prostate cancer, but like he kind of delayed his conventional treatment for his cancer like pretty late, because he was trying all these like different types of alternative medicine, which didn't end up working for him. So that really kind of, I guess, like delayed and messed up his schedule or timing to get the conventional treatment for his cancer, and he ended up dying, right? So I mean, it might work, it might not work, I don't know, but like I don't think it's the like be all end all like type of like solution for any type of cancer or for anyone. I think our body, and depending on the person, can respond differently to different types of diet. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. But like for now, I'm just trying to stick to like conventional medicine for now. But you know, I have been trying to make this like healthy green smoothie for myself with all these leafy vegetables, so hopefully that's working, but we'll see. Oh man, my blood glucose is going up a little, so I think I'll go walk a little. I'll take you guys with me. Let's go for a walk for a little bit, guys. Oh. Hope you guys can see me okay. Anonymous 2012. I'm married. It has benefits, but it is hard being... Oops, I lost it. Sorry. Jin, exactly. He went the wrong route. Vegetarian is the wrong way. I don't know. Like, I mean, there are some people that swear by vegetarian diet, vegan diet. So, like, who's right? Who's wrong? Who's right? You don't know. I feel like, right? So, all right. Bowman, did they ever tell you what might have been the cause? Well, my doctor was like, they still don't know, but they're suspecting it's the diet, might be the diet. You know, like especially recently, you know, like a lot of diet, or there has been a lot of change, right? And the food we eat, and especially I think in the Western diet, a lot of it is processed, right? So I mean, processed food is you don't need science, rocket science to figure out that it's not supposed to be healthy for you, right? So, hey Kevin Schwab, greetings. How are you? Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Hey, that's my mom walking.
누구야?
인터넷 방송하는 거.
hello. 한국 사람이야?
아니, 한국 사람 아니야. 외국 사람이야.
외국 사람이야?
오케이, 알았어.
오케이.
Bye, say bye, 엄마.
see you, bye. see you, bye. My son.
알았어. That's my mom.
엄마 그만 생각하니까 애 할머니.
엄마 이제 조용. 이제 그만. Alright. Cheesecake, it's very hard to find and afford pure food in America. Even the fruits and veggies are polluted. Yeah, that's very true. And you know, pure food, I guess anything that might come close to, you know, pure food might be like organic vegetables. But organic vegetables, organic food, they're more expensive. They are less affordable, right? Sometimes compared to the non-organic version of the veggies and fruits, they cost sometimes twice as much, if not more. So it costs money. It costs more money to stay healthy, right? To eat healthier. So I don't know. I feel like yeah, you need to make more money, or you need to be rich to be able to afford healthier food. Yeah. Hey TZO, welcome. Anonymous 2012 American diet doesn't have a lot of vegetables. Mostly Americans just no salad, right? And I don't think like these salads that Americans eat, you know, those lettuce or yeah, those are not that healthy, or they're not as nutrients heavy, maybe compared to like cauliflower or kales, broccoli, stuff like that, arugula. Gin. We don't have the large gut like cows, so vegetables can wreak havoc on you, on your digestive system. Meat without vegetable, I can't see the chat actually. Without vegetable oils are much gentler, right? Eat French toast. It's light and should keep you positive. All right. TZO. Fortunately, here in Italy, the veggies are super cheap and the quality is good. Is that bad in USA? I don't know if it's bad, but certainly it's not cheap, I think. I mean, but I think, isn't it like everywhere though now, like how, you know, grocery prices, cost of groceries have been rising, and just due to inflation and just cost of living has been rising everywhere, right? So let me check my yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm wearing this. You guys see? Can you guys guess what that is? It's a continuous glucose monitor. You just put it on, wear it. You can take a shower with it too, and basically it tells you your blood sugar level every 1 minute. So it's like a real-time blood sugar level monitor. It's really convenient. Moon Whisper, do you ever think of moving out of LA? I actually do. I do think about it every day. And I actually might move out of LA in the next few years. I'm seriously thinking about it. So I'm trying to save money for a down payment for a house. Definitely I won't be able to buy a house in anywhere in California, but I might be able to buy a small, maybe condo, single family home if I move out of California and move to somewhere cheaper. So we'll see. Currently I'm thinking maybe Las Vegas or Arizona or even Texas or Florida, any of those states. I think it might be good. I mean, anywhere that is not California, I think it might be good. Yeah. Dragon, are you diabetic? No, I'm not diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic. My mom is diabetic, so I think I probably got it from my mom. So I'm just trying to be careful. I'm wearing the CGM, continuous glucose monitor, as a preemptive measure to, I guess, prevent myself from getting diabetes, or at least like delay getting diabetes. That's why now, like, also I started walking after every meal. So I would walk for like 15 to like half an hour every time after a meal, and I think it really helps. Yeah. Yeah, Happy Hermit. Texas would be good for taxes, right? I think it's state income tax free, right? So it'll be good. I think Florida is also state income tax free, right? Dragon, how do you know if you're pre-diabetic? Well, I did the blood test, and my doctor told me that I'm pre-diabetic. My A1C was kind of at the borderline, so she told me to watch out. So that's how I know. Yeah. Jin, go keto will fix your diabetes problems. Oh yeah, for sure. Keto has been really, really effective. So I'm not completely like fully keto, but lately I've been trying to cut down on carbs. So kind of, I guess, close to keto diet, right? So and that has been very helpful with my blood sugar level. Happy Hermit, would you could also try Washington State? Oh yeah, for sure. Washington State too. Absolutely. So we'll see. Clown World Junior, bro. What's up? What's up? I know it's been a long time. I know that you always leave comments in every single video of mine, which I really appreciate. But I think I missed you on my last few live streams, right? So Moon Whisperer, are you open to dating older women? Yes, I am open to dating older women. How older, right? But if it's by a few years, I think it's okay. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Cheesecakey, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, etc. Much cheaper than California. You can buy a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square feet luxury home for $400,000. Yeah, right, absolutely. You know, the other day I saw how many years $1 million can last, and in each different state in the US. And California was like one of the states that cannot even, like, $1 million cannot even last for more than like 10 years. Isn't that wild? And then I think there was West Virginia or something. Yeah, West Virginia. I think it was West Virginia. That $1 million could last over 100 years. So that's such a wide difference, right, between each different state. How $1 million can last a different length of period of time. You know, like, I think the cost of living difference is just really, really wild. Oh shit, I think I need to charge my phone. Hold on guys. Oh shit. All right. Oh, it was at 1%. Oh my god, that was close. All right. All right. Middle class, do you make at least $25 an hour? Yeah. Bowman, that is every girl's favorite drink, and it's very, very big. Anonymous, my father bought a house long ago in California for around $175,000, maybe 20 to 30 years ago, right? I think so, like, yeah, houses, homes, back in those days, 20, 30 years ago was a lot more affordable than it is now. I believe in the 1980s, the median house, the median price for a house was like 20, across America was like $75,000, and the median income was like $25,000, right? So you only needed 3 years of your salary to be able to afford a house, median priced house in America. But now, in the 2025, I think the median income for American household is like 75K, but then house price is like 500K. So now you would need like 6 or 7 years of your entire salary to be able to afford a house. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, affordability kind of like cut down in half, right? Compared to, relative to the salary, it, like, the house price pretty much doubled. So, like, when baby boomers tell you, like, oh, you just gotta, like, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, yes, that's true. But I think what they don't really seem to understand is that also times have changed, right? Affordability has changed. But I think a lot of boomers, they don't really understand, because, like, the times, those times that when they first bought a house, right, they're still, I feel like a lot of them, they're still stuck in that time frame where, when most of the homes were very affordable and within their reach. But now it's not the case anymore. It's objectively, like, not true, where the same, or the house, the price index has definitely changed. So, Klaus, did you eat a lot of salami? No, not really. I don't like salami. I didn't used to eat that much, like, processed meat to begin with. I mean, I did eat a lot of red meat, but it was red meat, it wasn't processed meat like sausage or ham or salami. I think salami is processed meat too, right? Like bacon, stuff like that. Hey, Tom, a vertical stream, yes. How do you like it so far? Is it okay? A vertical stream it is. Let me see if this one, this one better. No. Vertical stream it is, guys. Vertical stream. Yeah. Okay, let me check. Level is coming down. Yes. Running Man Sam. Wow, 켄지님 안녕하세요. 오랜만이네요. He's saying, Kenji, hi, hello. Long time no see. 네, 안녕하세요. Tom, I prefer the horizontal, but this also works as long as we hear your voice. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to try it. Like, I see some streamers trying vertical streaming, so I just wanted to try it out to see like what it's like. But yeah, I think I do prefer the horizontal one too. I think it's kind of weird layout here where I have like the chat box is kind of like blocking part of my face. So I feel like it's better layout for like the landscape mode is better probably, because like I can have the chat box lay on the or overlay on the right side of the screen and still show my full face, right? Running Man Sam, 잘 지냈어요? 네, 잘 지냈어요. 러닝맨 쌤 잘 지내셨나요? They're asking like if how have I been, and I just asked them like how you been. Yeah. 러닝맨 쌤, are you 한국 사람이세요? Are you Korean? Or are you trying to practice Korean? Boomer is like 안녕하세요 여러분. Nice. Yeah, like that's something you would say to everyone, right? To address like group of people, right? Yeah, 여러분 is like you guys, I guess. It means you guys. You all. Like plural. Right. Beautiful. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to see what happens in the next few years. I mean, if I get to survive. And yeah, I definitely want to move out of California. You know, it's a great state. It's just too expensive though. You know, it's just not affordable. Nice weather, great food. Oh, you are practicing Korean. Nice. That's pretty cool. If anyone can donate to my GoFundMe page or send me donations through super chat, I really appreciate it, guys. If not, totally cool too. You know, whether or not you make a donation, still support when you guys, you know, come to my live stream. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for all your support. Wow, it's been a year now. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, keep it up. I think your Korean is pretty good. Wow. So what's your Running Man Sam, what's your ethnicity? Dragon asks, would you move out of country if you find a good deal on a house somewhere? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know, I know this friend that's currently staying in Korea. He's Korean, but he's like American born, or yeah, he came here to the States when he was young. But he's currently staying in Korea, and he's renting a studio in Korea. And one of the cities that's kind of like a little far from Seoul, which is like the capital of Korea. And I think he pays like $300 or $400 a month. And he was showing me his room, or yeah, his apartment. That, man, it was nice. It was a very nice apartment, right? It was clean, it was new, and like he has a nice park right in front of his apartment so like he can go for a walk. It was really nice area, only for $400, and I was like, oh my god, like I want to move there, you know. I really want to move there. So I was like asking him about like, yeah, like I was asking him about like how I could maybe like move in there and stuff. But yeah, I'm seriously thinking about like moving out of country too, if like I find the right place. Wow, Running Man Sam, you're going to Korea tomorrow. Wow, you are mixed Filipino and American. Oh wow, nice mix. Wow. Where in Korea are you going to? Seoul? How long are you staying there? Take me with you. Take me with you. Oh, Bowman, you are Indian. Okay. Oh. I am Korean. In case you guys didn't know. I am Korean, made in Korea. South Korea. I was born and raised in Korea. Moved here when I was 15. And did I ever tell you guys like how my dad like never told me that we are moving to America until like freaking like a week before? Pretty wild, isn't it? Bowman, you also might want to be around pet dog or cat. I heard that it helps cortisol levels. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's pet does help with your cortisol levels, but I don't think that's feasible right now. My parents don't, especially my dad. He doesn't like pets, dude. he doesn't like pets. It's a lot of work, you know, taking care of them. So. Running Man Sam, 네, 서울과 대구에 갈 거예요. 제 한국인 친구랑 시간을 보낼 거예요. Oh wow, you're going to spend time with your Korean friend. That's nice. And you're going to Seoul and Daegu. Wow, enjoy your time. Eat a lot of good food. Sleeping, underground story time. I can give you a quick story. Are you guys ready? So this happened about like I think 2 months ago. So you know how I told you guys that I take a walk, right? I go for a walk every time after every meal. And yeah, one time I was walking outside, just like right in front of my apartment complex. So I would just usually, like I would go in a circle, right? And then I was walking, and then this one of the tenants, she comes out to her balcony, and like I say hi to her, right? And then she just hands me over the check for the rent. And I was like, oh, what is this? And then she was like, oh, it's a rent. Can you take it for me, right? And then I was like, oh, why don't you just put it in the slot? So my dad, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but my dad is a property manager, right? So yeah, yeah, and usually tenants, there's like a little slot, like a box, where the tenants would just drop the rent in there. And like that box is actually at on the second floor of the apartment complex. And she was saying how she has her legs hurt, I guess. Like, yeah, she has some legs issues, and it was like hard for her to walk up the stairs. But then the thing is that, like, she just like hands me over a check as if I freaking like she's entitled to my assistance. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, right? Like, it's one thing, I guess, like of like help someone out, but then if that person feels or appears to feel entitled to your help, that's another thing, I feel like, right? And I was like, okay, like, I guess, yeah, I could drop it off for you, right? And then she doesn't even say thank you. And that, again, rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, hey, by the way, like, I don't mind, like dropping off the check for you just for this time, but I don't think you should expect me to just do it for your regular basis, right? Because she actually has asked me to come to an apartment to pick it up for her, and we don't do that. We don't go collect the checks from the tenants. We don't do that. It's not our responsibility to go around, go to each tenant's apartment and collect checks. That's not what we do. But anyway, one time she told me, oh, like, hey, Kenji, come here, right? She just waves at me, and she was like, oh, here, take the check. And again, like, I even at that time, I was kind of annoyed, right, by her attitude. Again, like, she was showing me this attitude of like, oh, like, as if somehow like I am, or she's entitled to my help. And I didn't like that. But anyways, yeah, this time, I didn't want to I did not want to give her the wrong impression, as if somehow I'm her personal assistant, right? So yeah, I told her straight up, like, I'm not gonna do that again, right? And yeah, I think she seemed to understand. But like, initially it did not feel too nice, because I felt like I was kind of maybe like being mean, but at the same time afterwards, I kind of felt great. It felt great. It felt like I was able to, like, I was standing up for myself. At least I was able to say what I wanted to say, right? And yeah, it felt great. And usually, I'm type of person that does struggle with speaking my mind. I tend to always think about how the other person might take it, or if I say this or if I say that, would it come off as rude? Would it come off as inappropriate, right? Insensitive? I always think about that. And I think a lot of times I actually obsessively and overtly think about that, and sometimes I think I am being too considerate of other people's feelings, to the point where I'm not even able to like express my feelings to them. And sometimes even in the situation, the other person is treating me unfairly, maybe not treating me right, or even being straight up rude. And that's the time, like you need to be able to like stand up for yourself, and maybe if need, maybe you need to call that person out instead of like just taking it in. Just you can't let the other person walk all over you, right? Like as if you're a doormat. But anyways, this incident, yeah, I felt like I was able to like exactly stand up for myself and set my boundaries, right? And in hindsight, had I not set that boundaries, I think she would have continued to ask me. Not even ask me, like she wasn't asking. That's the thing. She just like hands me over the check here. Who does that? Like it was not even like, oh, like, hey Kenji, like, can you do me a favor? Can you actually take this check for me, because it's difficult. It's hard for me to walk up the stairs. It was nothing like that. She was like, literally, here, take it. I'm like, what? What? Like, am I your personal assistant? Dude, like, you're not even gonna ask me? Like, you're just gonna like hand me over a check as if I'm not supposed to like say no, or just as if I'm supposed to just take it? Right? But anyways, yeah, I think she would have like continued to do that. Exactly, right? Had I not like set my boundaries and let her know that I'm not gonna do that again, right? But anyways, yeah, she never did again with me. Even when she saw me walking outside, she no longer is asking me to take her check. So yeah, that's a little story, I guess. Hope you enjoyed it, or I don't know. Bowman, not only to help, but also to see the extent of my skills. You did good. Mm. Mm. Yeah, you definitely need to be nice with a limit. You can't like be unlimitedly just eternally nice to like all the time, right? You need to know your boundaries. You need to set your boundaries. You need to let the other people know the limits. And sometimes, yeah, I think there are some people, they just don't seem to know the limits, or just don't appear to care. And sometimes, like person like me, right? People like me, we are taken advantage of, because these people, they know exactly that we're not able to stand up for ourselves. We're very timid, right? We're very like timid, and it's hard for us to like speak up for ourselves. So they completely sometimes just take advantage of that, and they just keep pushing and pushing the boundaries and continue to ask for more. Dragon, I've always wondered how people can act like this while feeling no shame. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just their personality. They really don't understand, or they don't really see it as potentially being kind of like overbearing, maybe, to the other person, right? Over imposing for on the other person. I don't know. But if they don't know, you gotta make sure you let them know, right? You gotta make sure that they do know, or they do come to understand that, right? That they're not being cool with you, right? But yeah, man, it felt great. There are hardly any times I'm able to stand up for myself, but I was not going to let this happen again. And it felt really great. And I think this kind of like skill where like you set your boundaries, You set your limits. You know, it's applicable across every domain of your life, right? Including your friendships, relationships with your family, your work, when you negotiate salary, maybe, right? When you interact with complete strangers in a gym or elsewhere. And again, you know, you don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to like be violent when you set your boundaries. You just need to be firm, right? You just need to be very straight with a calm voice, right? You don't need to get like crazy angry, or you don't need to lash out at them. You don't need to do any of those, right? Like setting your boundaries, you just can stay calm while being firm and stern. That's all you gotta do. I mean, like, the other person may not take it well and may act out and start to be maybe act aggressively, but it's on them, you know? You don't have to react to the energy. You don't have to match them at their level of aggression, you know? You just set your boundaries and walk away, you know? If it's like, if they have a hard time or when you set your boundaries, and you know, it's on them, and you know, it's their issue. So Bowman, Kenji, other than winning League of Legends, what makes you feel happy? Working out makes me feel happy. Doing my live streaming, making YouTube videos makes me feel happy. Talking to you guys makes me feel happy. Reading comments, replying to comments makes me feel happy. Sometimes, you know, when I get my paycheck makes me feel happy. Yeah, when I go to a park, when I go for a walk, it makes me feel happy. A lot of things do make me happy. So, alright guys. No, I don't play Valorant, Dragon. That's FPS, right? First person shooting game. That's Twit. I got dizzy. But Valorant seems fun. Dragon, would you ever stream games? Probably not. I don't think I have enough, like, I don't know, like, I guess viewers to stream games, probably. Anyways, guys, it's well over almost 10 at night where I'm at. So I think I'll wrap up here. Thanks again for coming to my live stream on such a short notice. I really appreciate you guys, and alright, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow again. I'll stream again when I'm on my way to Vegas with my family. So talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Dragon, don't miss out, okay? Running Man Sam, don't miss out, hopefully, or have fun in Korea. Restaurants in Korea, so, you know, I don't really know. I'm sorry. But, you know, one advice I can give you, this comes from my own mistake. Don't trust the reviews too much. Like, don't rely on reviews too much. I made a mistake of like heavily relying on the reviews, believing that like these restaurants that has really good reviews must be good. Turned out to be like not necessarily the case a lot of times. Yeah. So just take it as a reference, but don't take it as like like the truth, right, of like how it's all like guaranteed to turn out to be good. Okay. Alright guys, good to see you all. Okay, Kevin, Moon Whisper, Dragon, Bowman, everyone. Okay, Running Man Sam. Thank you. Alright, good night.